Can you see my graph? Can you see the graph showing?
Yes, sir.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay, what's
Yes,
showing?
sir. Student performance, second term.
Student performer, yes. So this is the interpretation of the student results that we did last week. This is the interpretation. Okay. Then I also proceeded to do the form of comparison with assuming that the one we did last week is meant for their second term or second semester. Then uh, also come up with a chart to compare the scores with the previous semesters. Okay, so you can see now that from where we stopped last week, and this chart is a progress. We are beginning to make meaning from the raw data that was given to us. Okay, so let's assume you are asked to work on that data and make some presentation and feedback. You are not going back to, let's say, the management or your client with this. This Excel is just a raw data for their recording, but it should be easier for you to make a good meaning and a good presentation with this. Okay. So that brings us to what we have to do for today, which is data visualization. Data visualization. So there are various types of ways you can present data. There are different types of charts available to visualize the display collected data. Okay. So we'll be starting with data trend. I will still come back. I'll come back to where we stopped last week. So there are what we call data trend. Okay. So looking at the data on the worksheet showing now, this is the data from a group of sales agents. Sales agents. So this is their yearly performances for year 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to make meaning out of this data set. We want to make meaning out of it. So there are different meaning, there are different ways, there are different interpretations. Now it depends on what you are looking for. So it depends on what you are looking for. But generally, these are sales agents. Well, let's look, we have decided to look at the rate of performances. We might decide to look at the flow. Okay. So the first thing we will try to look at is, let's do the Spark 9. Try to do the Spark 9. Okay. Okay, so what we are going to do is you can, if you observe now, the column in front of the data, that's column I. I've tried to extend it. Okay. So I just click on that cell I4. I click on it. So what you just try to do is, I'm sorry, I think I need to shift this. Okay, so come to your insert. Now, if you look at this area, you see a group of various charts there. Okay. If you come to this point, was to bring out various charts. These are the ones I usually use. Come here, you see all charts. They are there. They are there. So when we are talking of data visualization, this will be your work area. This should be your work area. But now, let's work with trend first. So this is where we are going, 9. So when I pick on the 9, so I have to pick, you can see it's already asking me the data range. The data range. So I have to come and pick my data range. I want to see the Daniel's performance. I want to see the Daniel's one. That's the first one. That's it. So I've picked the range. That's from D4 to H4. Okay. I just press my OK. So it's already, it has brought out the Spark 9 for me to see the movement. If I try to expand that cell now, you will see that's the flow of Daniel's performance. You can see the trend. If you see the line, 40,000, drop down a bit, 39, then move up, 84,000, drop down is slightly, 83,000, then back to 58,000. Okay, let me go back. So what do I need to do? Instead of going back to come here again, go back to 9. Where is it? Insert 9, pick the data range again. Okay, for the second one, instead of doing that one by one, what do you think we should do? Who is there? What do you think we should do to get the remaining cells? What should we do?
This is legend. This is legend. And double click.
Okay.
Double click, yes.
Yes, so I double click. I don't know, it's not working there. What happened? Okay, let me just drag down. I can double click, I can drag down. So you can see now. So you can see that with this Spark 9, you can easily make meaning of these guys' performances. So let's say you are the sales manager. It's easy for you to analyze their performances easily. Even without saying anything, just bring it up like this and let them see by themselves. Just project it. Everybody will begin to see if your performance is impressive, if it is awkward, if it is going down, uptrend, downtrend, see various types of trend. Okay. So did we get that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I will leave it on. Let's try another one and try to copy and paste. So we can also look at the bar trend. Bar. We can also look at the bar trend. Okay. So it's the same way. The first cell 9, I've used in trade. So column here, to column, I pick the data range again. Okay, I press my OK. Then I drag down. So it's still giving the same thing we did first with the SPA. It's the same thing we are still doing, but now you can choose to use the bar. Depends on which one you are comfortable with. So instead of using the line, I've used the bar now for them to see the flow of performances. Okay, So this is where you are giving meaning to individual data sets or performances. Okay, so we are doing individual performance analysis here. So you can see now this guy was a bit sleeping the first year, 2022. The performance is not much. 2021, 2022, he was still sleeping. In fact, he started snoring. For 2023, he woke up and gave his best result, 84,000. He started drawing back again. Unlike this one, look at John. Look at John. What can you say about John? Who can talk about John performance? Oh, yeah, let's talk. Let's interact. We are talking about virtual, so let's talk. We are talking to our data now. Who can talk about this, Mr. John? Looking at the bar trend. Okay, we are just two now. Okay, let me call. Mercy.
Sir.
Can you say about John's performance? Looking at the bar trend.
Of John's performance. His performance is what's the word to use? I wanted to say wavy, but okay, so it's like unstable, coming
Yeah,
up and coming down, coming up and coming down and coming up again. And the highest he had was like the first month.
first year. The first year. So
Like,
definitely,
sorry, the first year. Sorry.
yeah. Second year it dropped.
Yeah,
Tried to
significantly.
tried to
To rise again.
rise again. In fact, the worst is 2024. Okay. So looking at this set, you are already helping the management, the stakeholders to make informed decisions or try to analyze what might be the issue, what might be the problem. Is it that his motivation begin to drop? What happened this first year? Okay, so we can begin to see the impact of giving our data virtual representation. So let's quickly move to another trend we can also use. We can see. I don't know, I need to turn and dragging up and down. Let me copy it again. Let me come to this side. So so this time around we are going to use color scale. So instead of using 9, your bar, we want to use color now. So again, so this time around, we are going to first of all highlight the data range. We'll highlight the data range. Sorry, okay, you don't even need this one. So you highlight the data range. So I come back to my home. So this time around, I'm going to conditional formatting. All I want to do is just to format that range, but with some rules. Okay, so conditional formatting, like come to my color scale. So I can select, you can see what's showing. So I can select my choice color. This one is green, yellow, red color scales. Well, let's just pick the first one. Oh, this is giving us white. Let's pick the first one. Or let me pick this one color. It will be easier to explain. Okay. So what we just did here is to use the color as our indicator of performances, the indicator of the trend. So if you look at Daniel now, the deeper the color, the higher the result. The lighter the color, the lower the result. That is just it. So you can see the gray the deepest, which is 84,000. That's his top performer, top result. The least is 39. So at a glance, because let's assume if you are working with large data, instead of you to begin to look at the numbers one by one, with color indicator, with your color scales, you can quickly pick the top results, the top results. And if you look at this entire data range, who can give me the top three? The top three. If you are looking at the color, you will see 95 is the deepest. This one, then this one, then this one. So we can also as well use different colors. Let's quickly do that. Let's clear the root first. Okay. So let me go back. Color scale. Let me pick different colors. Okay. So you can see which color is this? This is red, right? This is green. So the green color represents the top performance, top results, while this other color represents the lower. So the green is coming from the deeper the green, the higher. So as the normal is coming down, the green color is fading. It's fading. Okay. The yellow color is there, is the middle, the average result. Yellow color is there, talking about indicating the average result, while the red indicating the lowest result. The result. Okay. So, and if you look at here, you can manage your rules. But we'll come back here. We'll come back here later. So let's go to the fourth one. Let's go to the fourth one. Sorry. Let me copy the one without rules. Okay. Now, this one we are going to use icon. We are going to use icon to indicate the trend. We're going to use icon. So the same way we highlight the data range, come back to our home, conditional formatting, then we pick our icon sets. So you can see different icons that you can use. This arrow indicator, you can use different icons, depends on your choice. Depend on your choice. Let's use this first. Okay, the space is, it will be whiting. So who can interpret this to me? Who can tell us what is happening here? David. What's happening here?
Just indicating the movement of the trend, like upward or downward. And see 2021 now, it shows that there's a downward movement. It says, yeah,
Yeah, that's exactly. So this one is just indicating, telling us downward movement, upward movement, and the one that is parallel, the one that is progressing. Okay. So before we go on, let's try to label these things so that we will not. I want to label each of these trends. This one, what do we call this one? What do we call this one? What do we call this one? Let's respond, please. What do we call this one? I want to label it. What trend?
Color. I've forgotten the other name, but it's color
Color
something.
scale. Color scale.
Okay, color skill.
Color scale. This one we just, what do we call this? Icon sets. You need to know it. If you know it, that's just the only thing you need to know. If you come here, you will see that color sets, color scale, icon set, data bar. This one is data bar. This one is a Spark 9. I get it, yes. Spark 9. Okay. So let's do 2 more, 3, before we move to the sorry, I want to take care of this. Okay, so let's look at this. Now we want to do, I just mentioned it just now, data bars. Sorry, there's an error. You didn't correct me. This data trend, not data bar. This data trend. So this new one now is data bar. So data bar, we highlight again. Okay, we go to our old conditional formatting, then we see our data bar. So we pick, let's use our green. Pick our gray. So what's happening here? Messi. What's happening here?
Okay, so it's looking like this thing is moving sideways. So the bigger the number, the deeper the green, I mean the more filling the green is. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like the color is coloring the numbers, but
Yes.
sideways. So the deeper, the higher the number, the deeper the coloring, and the fuller it is.
Yes, you are right. The volume of the color, the higher the number at the onset, the higher the number, the deeper and the more the color. Deeper and the more the color. Okay. So let's also try and see, is it possible for us to just get the top performers? Get the top performer. Let's try. Let's see if it is possible. Let's see if it is possible. To see if we can get the top and the bottom, the least performance and the top performance. That's the two things we want to just pick out because that's our interest. Who are the top performers? Who are the least, the bottom performers? So what do we do? Let's do the top performers first. We still highlight our data range again. Our conditional formatting. Okay. Then we'll see there. You see top, bottom rules. Now, what should we look out for? Let's check the top 10 first. Let's check the top 10. I always like green to indicate results. Let's use green. And we can reduce the number here because we are dealing with just small data. So let's just change it to top 5. Let's say top 5. So we can see now. So it only pick out the top 5, which is David gave us 2 out of the 5. David gave us 85,000, 83,000. Yemi gave us 74,000. Mary gave us 85,000 and 95,000. So if maybe we want to have a compensation for the top five, you are dealing with, you don't need to start pressing your calculator or looking at it one by one. Okay, so the same way, while we still retain that rules, let's also look at the least performer. Let's look at the bottom. Yoruba will say, I want to report. Where is it? Bottom 10 items, yes. Let's change this to 5 again. This time around, let's leave it as red. Yes. Let's leave it as red. So as the sales manager, what's your concern? Who are the, let me say, the two people of concern with these results on this this result analysis? Who are the two people of concern as a sales manager? Who are the people that will be of concern to you most? Who was the last person? Okay, David. Thank you.
Ruth and John,
Why?
because they have two bottom performing years. Yes.
Yes. No even green at all. What's happening? Ruth, John. Mary still tries small. Mary gave us 2 out of the 5 top results. We managed to have 1. Yes, start out. So who can we give the top performer? Who is our top performer?
Daniel.
Daniel, our top performer. Okay. So you can see that is yours is very interesting, and you are making data to be so fun and meaningful by just adding more meaning to our data. Okay. So let's try to also do, I think this is the last one we'll do concerning the trade. Let's try to also do greater than and less than. Let me still copy. Let's try to do that. To just give a kind of rules to give us a result of interest. Conditional formatting. Okay. So this time around, we'll go to sales rules. We'll go to rule. Here is it. I like sales rules. We'll go to our sales rule. Then this is greater than. Right? So we just want to add it to help us indicate which number is our interest. We want to see the people that gave us results above 70,000. Maybe that's our benchmark. Our benchmark is 70,000. So which color are we using? Let's use yellow this time around so that yellow will not be angry. We will not be using yellow. PowerPoint is not for me. Let's go back again. Greater than. Okay. Okay, you pick it. So these are the ones that hit the benchmark. These are the ones that hit the benchmark, which is 70,000 and above. So we want to see, maybe we are looking at the one we want to retrench. Say you are not giving us results. And what can we set? Who can suggest? What can we set as benchmark for those people? We still go to sell rule. This time around, we are looking at less than. So who can give us? What should we set as a benchmark for this?
50,000.
50. Ah, David, you are not like 50,000. Sorry, let me clear the rules first. Okay. Less than 50. I'm not the one who is David that said 50,000. Picking, is he picking all of them? Why is he picking all of them? Is it because, okay, let me do this. I don't know why he's picking all of them. Ah, hold on, please. Okay, so let's see now. Okay, we've succeeded at last. So it's showing us the people that needs to. So if you look at this now, who is the person that we can say, please go back to your house? Who deserve to go?
Ruth and John.
Yes,
No,
Ruth and John. But John is even the worst. If we are looking at one person, it's John that should go. If we want two, then Ruth will follow. So we can put Ruth on probation. I put Ruth on probation. Why John will go? Okay, so that's those are the some of the trend. And there are more. There are more. But what you just have to do is that at least just get used to your conditional formatting. You can just walk around it. Walk around it. You can set your new rules. You can set new rules. Just walk around it. Just do your research around that place. You can manage your rules. and manage your rules. Okay, so let's move on. One is gone. All right, so I want to go to, okay, these are a result of last week. These are result of last week. These are the names of the students, and I've tried to move the scores here. I've moved the score here. So these are the scores. So one begins to also give interpretation to these scores. So we are going to chart. We are going to chart. Okay. Well, let me quickly do something with these scores before we go to charts. It's also a trend. I want to group these scores. I want to use indicator to group these scores. I want to group this data. This data. Okay, so what can I do? Let me highlight the data range. So I want to group it in colors. So I'll still come back to my conditional formatting. Now this time around, I'm going to new rule. I'm going to new rules. So what do I need? What's the format style that I need? I just need icon set. Icon set I want to use. Now, if you see here, you see the three balls, three different colors. So I can select the icon set I want to use. I can use this one. I can use this, I can use this, I can use star. But let us use this. Now, this is where I give my command. This is green. This is green. I can as well change the color here. You can change the color, but let's just leave it at green. So I'm saying, mark it green. Give this icon when the value is greater than or equal to. Now, what should we use? We can put it as, okay, first of all, let's set our type here. We are dealing with numbers. So change this to number. So now we can say, because this is the score here is from 0 to 1,000, right? So let's look at let's say 800. Let's say 800. Then let me come here, change this to number again. You can see automatically has changed this one. So this is yellow now. So you say give it yellow, give it this shape or icon when the value is less than 800. This place we are saying green should be greater than or equal to 800. So yellow is saying when it is less than 800 and equal to and greater than or equal to. Now, what's the least? We can say what number? Okay, David said 500. Let's use 500. Let's use 500. Look at what will happen to this zero now. Let me do 500. So this is a command. It's saying use this icon, green icon, when the value is greater than equal to 800. Yellow when the value is less than 800 and greater than equal to 500. Then use red when it's less than 500. So let's OK it. So you can see. So we group the score in three colors. So if you want to interpret these results, we can say, okay, good results, excellent. We can call the yellow average. We can call the red below average. Below average. It looks so neat here because the data is already arranged according to the ranking. But let me try to filter it again or sort it. Let me do it alphabetically. Name, yes, A to Z. Yeah, it's good like this. So it has more meaning now. So you can see the way it is before, because we have already arranged it according to the position. So the colors are in sequence, but now, so easily we can easily pick where are the red. Oh, this is red, green, 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 and that. Okay, so that's just it. So let's go straight to our chart. Now, if you observe what we did here, this data trend, we are looking at it individually, right? Now we can give a clearer visual representation of individual performance among groups. Sorry, let me clear this. Let me clear this rule. Okay. So let me try to, this is what I want to do here now. This is what I want to do now. What's the name of this chart?
Bar chart.
Chart, yes. And just very simple. Just highlight the data area that you need. Then this time around, you are not coming to conditional formatting. You are leaving the home. So come to insert. Come to insert. So this is your work area. You're talking about charts. This is your work area. Okay. So I have one. This is it. So just pick your bar chart from that place. You can as well come here. You can as well come here and pick. Okay. So you have different choices. Depends on how you want, what you want. Depends on the parameter you want to react on. Now, this is the chart. So what you just did is just convert this data to bar charts. Okay. So what happened next now depends on your area. Let me give this space. Let me move this back. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So what can you do? What can you do? You can do a lot of adjustment on it. If you look at it very well now, let's try to expand it because the number is a bit, there to be more. Okay. So what can you do? If you have the option bars there for you, you have this 3 option bar is there for you to work with. So if you come to this cross one, the number 1 that have this sign, just click on it. It's give you choice. This is axis already marked. Let me try and unmark it. You see what happened. You see what happened. The axes are gone. So in case maybe your own is not pre-marked, what you have is just like this. is to click on any empty space on the chart. The icon will appear. So go to your chart element. So let's click the axis now. So you can see the, what do they call this one? This is X axis. This is Y. This is Y. This is X. I think, yes, X is usually the one at the right. Y is the one at the left. I mean, on your table, on your data table. So it appears. What else? Now we want to title the axis. We want to title it. So come here, pick your axis title. So you can see it's now edit it. This number, say, what does it represent? I need answer. This number, what does it represent?
Discuss.
The scores, yeah. So I edit it. Just changes to scores. Then this one, okay, what else can we do? Let's go back. Our charts. Already title is there. Also ready. This you can get to. Okay, students. Uh, uh, second time. So